In the autumn of 2025, we removed the mast from the boat to turn it into a riverboat so that we could begin a journey up the rivers and canals of France, where we plan to arrive at the English Channel and get the mast back and put it back on and become a sailboat once again in the spring of 2026.
With the boat safe in a marina for the winter, we've gone on winter excursions. This is our part 2 video for Milan, Italy. Milan's most famous landmark is the Duomo Cathedral. It took nearly 6 centuries to complete. Construction began in 1386, and the final details were completed in 1965. With the final bronze door, it was complete. We're on our way to our meeting point. Isn't it pretty? The Milan Cathedral is the largest church in the Italian Republic. The larger St. Peter's Basilica is in the sovereign state of Vatican City. The altar faces east.
Our tour starts by taking the elevator to the rooftop.
We're excited to be exploring the different levels. Established in 1387, the Vereda and the Fabrica are the caretakers of the Duomo. According to the Duomo's literature, if the cathedral is Milan's most famous landmark, then the Madonna, perched on the highest spire of the cathedral, is Milan's heart and soul. The cathedral has exclusive and perpetual use to the Candolia quarry for the pink marble to this day. In our previous video, we shared that old local laws stated that no building could be built higher than the Madonna, though now several modern buildings exceed that height. So, to respect old rules and traditions, some modern buildings place a replica of the Madonna on top. There is a total of 135 spires, with the Madonna being the highest. Some interesting history. In 1806, Napoleon Bonaparte I crowned himself King of Italy in the Milan Cathedral. This is a statue of Napoleon on top of one of the spires. He is depicted as a holy martyr, but according to the Duomo's historians, there was no historical reality to support him as a holy martyr or saint. Rather, it was only in the imagination of an influential group who supported his new regime and started the cult of Saint Napoleon. Many citizens were unhappy that the cult imposed their will on the faithful. They complained and protested that it was a clear abuse of power. The cathedral has 5 naves. Here are some details about the church. The space is supported by 52 monumental columns, which also represent the 52 weeks in the year. This church has 5 naves. That's 1, 2, and then the center primary, and then 2 on the other side. The large tapestries that are exhibited along the nave are displayed only in November and December to celebrate the birth date of St. Charles Borromeo, whose tomb is in the cathedral. The ceiling on this nave is painted. On the floor near the main entrance, a brass line marks a meridian sundial. It was installed in 1786. At noon, sunlight from a small hole in the roof hits the brass line, creating one of the most accurate timepieces of its era. It's still functional today. In the 18th century, the nearby castle was alerted to fire a cannon to announce the solar noon to the city. That signal was then used to set all the city clocks to the same time. At the top of the dome above the asp, there is a small red light bulb. It marks the spot where one of the nails from the crucifixion of Christ has been placed. The holy nail is retrieved and exposed to the public every year during a celebration known as the Rite of the Novella. For lovers of ancient history, there is an archaeological area beneath the Milan Duomo. Beneath the current cathedral lie the remains of the baptistry of Saint Giovanni from the 4th century and the ancient Basilica of Santa Tecla, where Saint Ambrose baptized Saint Augustine in the year 387 AD. And dating further back, in 313 AD, Roman Emperor Constantine issued the Edict of Milan from this very city, granting religious tolerance across the Roman Empire.